Alright, picture this. You are 12 years old. Life should be about riding bikes, sneaking extra snacks, and avoiding homework, right? But instead, you keep being glued to your phone, anxiously checking messages every 5 minutes. What are my friends doing? Did I miss something? Wait, why wasn't I invited? That uneasy feeling, that's FOMO, my friends. That's the fear of missing out. And it's not just a harmless little worry. It's fueling anxiety and depression in kids at an alarming rate. Yep, I know. Social media has officially made childhood a stressful full-time job. Okay, so now here's the kicker. Kids today spend over 7 hours a day on screens, and that's more screen time than sleep time. And according to researchers at some of the world's top universities, excessive social media use is linked to higher levels of anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. And the wildest part? Well, most parents don't see this happening. It's like a sneaky little monster disguised as harmless TikTok dances and group chats, slowly eating away at kids' confidence and mental well-being. So today, we are exposing the hidden costs of always being connected. Why does digital addiction make kids anxious? How does FOMO hijack their happiness? And most importantly, what can we do to stop it? Let's break it down. Alright, let's get real. FOMO is not new. Back in the day, it was just, why wasn't I invited to that sleepover? But now, well, social media has turned it into an extreme sport. Here's the science. Humans are wired to feel exclusion. Back in caveman days, being left out meant you might be getting eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. Probably not a great way to go, right? Today, well, instead of tigers, kids fear missing Snapchat streaks, inside jokes, or the latest viral trend. Every time they see a party or event they aren't at, their brain registers as a loss, which leads to stress, compulsive phone checking, and the lovely cocktail of insecurity. Ever notice how social media makes you feel great until it doesn't? Well, that's because platforms are built like slot machines. The likes, the comments, the interactions, notifications that you keep getting triggers dopamine responses, that your brain's happy chemical makes you feel happy. The problem, well, what goes up must eventually come down. So once the likes slow down, so does the dopamine, leading then to withdrawal symptoms like irritability, restlessness, or straight up panic attacks. Let's be honest here. There is nothing more terrifying than posting something and getting 0 likes, which is gonna probably happen to this video anyway. So that's basically modern day social rejection. Kids don't just want validation, they need it. Now, here's where it gets a bit weird. Kids are more connected than ever, but also lonelier than ever. Why? Well, because social media is basically a highlight reel. Nobody posts, I spent the day in pants, overthinking my life choices. I did nothing today, only watched movies, played video games. No, that's all about vacations, perfect selfies, flawless relationships. And what happens when kids compare their messy reality to someone else's filtered fantasy? Well, they feel inadequate. They feel like they don't belong. They feel that their life is an outlier. Studies show that the more time kids spend scrolling, the worse they feel about their own lives. So yeah, the more connected they are, really, the more disconnected they actually feel. A bit mind-blowing, right? Or at least, I hope so. Okay, deep breath here. If this all sounds a little scary, don't worry, we are not doomed. There are always ways to fix things, right? One way can be to set digital boundaries. Make phone-free zones a thing. No screens at dinner or bedtime. Yes, parents, that will include you too. Teach kids to question online content. Social media is a highlight reel. not real life. Help them see the difference. And then prioritize real-world interactions, because no, Fortnite doesn't count as quality bonding time. Encourage face-to-face conversations, outdoor activities, and real-world hobbies. And the biggest tip? Well, model healthy digital habits. Because kids, they copy what they see. So if you're glued to your phone 24/7, well, then guess what they will do? Look, technology isn't the enemy. But uncontrolled exposure, well, that's what's dangerous. If we don't step in right now, we risk raising a generation of kids who are chronically anxious, validation obsessed, and disconnected from reality. There's a great book called The Anxious Generation. I think you all should read it. It's brilliant. So let's talk. Do you think kids today are too dependent on social media? So, if you do or if you don't, anyway, drop a comment below. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks for watching. Now, go touch some grass.